Hello, Aries. I hope you are doing well. We're going to do your reading for the week of March 21st. We are going to look at last week and next week as well to just see what's going on with you. And I kind of feel like there's some planning going on here. It's kind of like you're trying to figure out what next steps are. So we're going to look at last week, kind of get a feel for what's been going on with you lately, and then we'll take a sneak peek into next week's energy. So that'll be what, the last week of March, kind of into the front end of April. Please be sure to hit that like button. I really appreciate the support. And if you are interested in a personal reading, you can check out the links down below in the description box. You'll have to go to the website to set that up. All right, Aries, getting close to Aries season. Will be a nice boost of energy for everyone here, including Aries, of course. All right. So we have this past week, we have the intimacy card in the reverse. So it could be that you're feeling kind of, or you have been feeling kind of closed off from connection, or maybe even avoiding it. We'll see what that's about. But we do have the Four of Wands here, right? So that's a coming together. That's a relationship. We have the Two of Swords. Again, this energy of not kind of being in planning, maybe a little uncertain of where things are going. And then we have the Six of Cups. Strength card, could be dealing with a Leo. King of Wands, yeah, definitely strong Leo here. That could also be your energy, right? But in this deck in particular, it's got a lion on the card. For me, it's usually Sagittarius energy, but we're just going to go with it. Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Five of Swords. Yeah, a lot of conflict energy here. Just having a hard time being up in our head, feeling conflicted about this. I feel like it's a relationship here. Okay, and the Seven of Cups. So again, what direction am I going? How can I get back to basics, essentially? But I do see movement and a lot of communication coming in here. And again, could be dealing with a soulmate connection. We have the Seven of Swords, the Fool. Okay, so I'm really not shocked to see these two together here. It's just like, what do I do? What's the next step? How do I have a new beginning here? But there could be this energy of a little bit of self-sabotage going on here, or you're kind of keeping your plans to yourself. This is a very internal, debate that's going on here with you. And the Fool card is your energy, Aries. We have the Ten of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, some difficult times here. Could be that you've dealt with some endings. And I want to say for some of you, it's like this energy of something you really valued, loved, or you were like kind of set on this working out, and you've hit a roadblock or an ending here that's maybe thrown you off course a little bit. And so it's like almost this energy of like being afraid to trust, right? Because I feel like whatever it is that you dealt with, and to me it does feel like a relationship of some kind, so romantic, friend, family, something, it was like you gave it your all, you gave it your whole heart. And it having this hiccup or this ending for some of you has really kind of put you on your guard and been confusing, because I think that perhaps when this relationship started, or really got committed, you had no doubts whatsoever, right? So let's see what this is about. And I do feel like it's maybe knocked your confidence here. We've got this Strength card showing up, and it's just thrown you off. Now we do have the Knight of Swords here, so there's definitely this desire for communication to happen. There's a desire for movement to happen. Some sort of energy exchange, right? But perhaps there's a fear of doing this, because again, we're in this energy of kind of closed off or holding back, keeping to ourselves here, maybe fearing connecting with someone due to pain that we might be in. So 4-1 Strength card and the Knight of Swords. Let's see what we're getting here. The 4 of Wands, we have the 3 of Wands. So it feels to me like you're desiring connection. And the 10 of Pentacles, yeah. We want it to happen, but is it something we're like terrified of? Or are we still wounded from what's happened in the past? With the Strength card, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. Yeah, like, I actually kind of like that, because it looks to me like there's maybe been a period of time where you've held yourself back, or you've decided not to explore love further. And this could be it for a number of reasons, right? It could just be like you needed to heal, or you needed a break, you needed to just take care of yourself, get back on your feet, whatever it was. But it does look to me like perhaps this past week that that position that you've been in has been challenged in some way. So there could be someone has shown up in your life, or you're finally deciding, okay, I'm ready to get back out there. I'm ready to kind of put my heart out there, but it's requiring a lot of bravery, right? The Knight of Swords, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be a fear of rejection. Like if you were to speak your truth, yeah, 9 of Pentacles. If you were to speak your truth, there's a fear here that if I speak up and I say what I want, am I going to get rejected? Am I always going to be single? We've got water, air, fire showing up here. Some earth. You could be dealing with a Virgo in particular. But I feel like we're going to get more of this story as we go here, because I'm really interested in this King of Wands energy. For some of you, it's simply like you want to communicate with someone in particular, and really reveal that heart, right? You can see on this Strength card, she's got this heart necklace, right? And there's a level of vulnerability that comes with the Strength card, because essentially, while it's taking like strength to make a move or do something, the reason it's requiring strength is because the heart is involved. Like it's something that's very important to you, right? So yeah, for some of you, you specifically have someone in mind already that you want to share your feelings with, but there's some fear here of being rejected. And it could even be that this person has maybe denied you in the past. So it could be that you're like attempting to put yourself out there again with this person. So let's look at this week in particular. We have the Akashic Records, and it says evaluation and review. So for me, as soon as I pulled this card, it feels like, one, you're definitely going through some experiences right now related to karma. So you're just kind of, and that doesn't mean like it's a bad thing. What I'm trying to say is like there's been some things come up that have tested your growth, right? And so you've definitely kind of had some recent or more recent spiritual lessons here, right? And it could be with a past soulmate energy here, because the Six of Cups for me is not only like someone from the past, but it could be someone from a past life that you're having kind of another go round with in this lifetime. I'm also getting that, you know, you're just trying to determine what's the next best step. We have the Two of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So we're really feeling indecisive at this time. Maybe not quite ready to face what we need to face here, because we're so conflicted. We're really worried about it, really up in our head about the potential, I want to say like blowback, the consequences of this action that we're considering taking here. With the Two of Swords, we have the Star. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius. The Two of Swords. Can this be healed? I'm not sure. There's a lack of certainty here. I want to get one more there. And the Hermit. I do feel like this is something you've been considering for some time. Like I said, further into the past from this last week, you know, there's been this kind of closed off energy. You've kind of been doing a lot of reflecting, and it could be because you've been doing healing, right? And you might feel like at this time, maybe I'm not healed enough, or I don't know if I can heal this situation with this person. So there's a lot of unknowns showing up here. A lot of questions. With the King of Wands, we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, do I want to take action and communicate? And the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with either another fire sign or an air sign here that is kind of waiting for you to make your move, for sure. With the Five of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like, are they going to accept my offer? Yeah, so I do feel like last week's energy of just being kind of like, I know this is what I want, but I'm afraid to approach this person. Now, definitely feel free to flip and reverse the circumstances. So if you're the one waiting for someone to make a move, they might be being really indecisive and in their head about it, right? And if that's the case, it looks to me like they definitely want to. I think they just have a fear of rejection, of abandonment. Like if they were to really open up their heart, is it going to get squashed, right? So there's been a lot of waiting, a lot of indecision. And it's just like, I'm terrified right here that if I bring forward this offer, it's going to be like snubbed. It's not going to even be considered, or it's going to be rejected, right? But again, I would say the big message here for anyone, no matter what your story is, the overall message here is that this is part of the path. This particular lesson of whether or not you're going to kind of step into your truth and express it openly, regardless of the outcome, is essentially the challenge that you're being faced with here. It's like, can you stand behind your truth and speak it no matter what happens, right? All right, this next week we have get back to elemental. And this basically means just getting back to basics. It's like cutting out the things in life that just add confusion, right? Making solid choices for yourself. So like if maybe you have, for example, what this would talk about would be like if you have a job, you have kids, and then you have like 18 different extracurricular activities and your life is just crazy busy. So this would be talking about like cutting out the unnecessary so that you can enjoy yourself, right? And have a more balanced experience in life. For some of you, if you're coming out of a very hermited healing journey, this is just kind of getting back to basics, like taking care of business every day and then adding in some small experiences that are like more social or more like geared towards your passions, that kind of thing. We have the 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 7 of Cups. I really feel like with these cards here, you're doing a lot of contemplating about this relationship in general. Perhaps even at this point, because you've been in this space of indecision, or you've been dealing with someone who's been very indecisive, it has you questioning the nature of this dynamic, right? Like, was this just a soulmate connection I needed to learn from? And from here on, do I just move forward? Is this a situation where we just need to get back to being very open and vulnerable with one another, right? So there's a lot of questions still happening. Let's see, 6 of Cups. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Swords. With the 8 of Wands, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Wands. And with the 7 of Cups, we have the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So, yeah, we're kind of at a crossroads here. We have a lot of choices to make. Rather, we have a choice to make, and it's showing up here in several places, right? So, it's kind of this, do I hold on to this? Do I move on? Is there an ability to find common ground and stability within this relationship? Are both of you willing to put in the effort? It does look like there will be some communication and there will be a decision made here. And for some of you, I kind of feel like you choose to reunite with this person. You choose to communicate your truth that you do want to work on this. And you decide, this is what I want, but I'm going to allow the past to stay in the past, right? With this 10 of Swords, we get the Hierophant. So it does look like, to me, this was a long-term relationship that got kind of nasty towards the end, right? It may have started out really well and just went downhill after a period of time. But again, we've got the spiritual lessons showing up here. And so it's like, I feel like the lesson itself is nearly complete. And there is a potential to heal this and let bygones be bygones, right? And move forward in a more productive, again, but back to basics way, like getting back to, true love rather than there being ego or fear involved, right? That sort of thing. But it's just like you're in this place of making a choice. Now, for some of you, I wanted to mention that Aquarius has been in this interesting position for some time. And I even make comments about it in the readings because they've been at this decision point for a period of time. So we do have some Aquarius energy showing up here. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they could be sitting in kind of this mirror energy, or perhaps you have strong Aquarius in your chart. But it's really kind of like this, I mean, I wish I had a better answer for you, but what it really looks like to me is like standing in your truth and backing that up no matter what that is. So if you, for example, if you go forward towards this person of interest, and you do express that you want things to expand and grow and you want to come together, you want commitment, and they don't want it, yeah, that hurts, right? That there's a feeling of rejection there. But you've stood in your truth and you've said it. So you have that going for you, right? You've supported yourself. And then for some of you, you have to kind of decide here, what I'm feeling here is that you have to kind of decide, is this just a soulmate connection that was here to teach me something and it's time to move forward from here, right? Like kind of doing some evaluation within to determine, is this someone I want to continue to be with for the rest of time or whatever? Or was this simply, a growing pains kind of relationship that we both had together? And of course that connection is still there and is still important. There's a lot of nostalgia, right? There's a lot of good times and a lot of bad times. But perhaps it's something to move on from. But it's just saying the choice is yours here. Like, both options are viable. It's just whether or not you're going to speak your truth and see what happens, right? And seeing the sun at the bottom of the deck again. So strong Leo definitely showing up for you, Aries. I hope you found that helpful. Next week we'll be doing the March wrap-ups. And then we'll be already into April, Aries season. Holy cow. I hope that was helpful. I will see you next time. And Aries, if you're having a birthday soon, happy birthday to you. Bye.